Bosh, welcome back people, up the tube. We're finally back out again. I know I said we'd be out Saturday at Chesil Beach, but unfortunately the car started playing up, turbo and that started to lag, so it's been in the shop for a while. So thankfully my wife knows that I love going fishing, and I've got to go at least once a week, otherwise it starts to play on my mind a little bit. So she generously dropped me and Steve off to the beach today. It is Wednesday. We are here for a night session. She's going to pick us up later, bless her. So big ups to the wife, love you very much. And yeah, anyway, back to it. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Literally just managed to get the tent up. It is blowing up, gusting up to 32 mile an hour on the big beach. As you can probably see behind me, very loppy out there. So great conditions for a cod, you know, bass, that kind of thing. So hopefully that's what we're after today. I mean, anything's welcome though, do you know what I mean? It's a weekday and we're fishing. Obviously, as you can see in the back, we've got Crazy Steve there. Give us a bark, Crazy Steve! Yeah, there he goes. Right, so I've just set up the first rod. I've got the 5-foot pulley panel. I was going to go big hooks again today, size 5s, but I've decided to stick with the size 3 and the size 2 circle on the back. I think that's a Manta Extra by Sakuma. So obviously, yeah, that's going to be doing the business. I've got another one set up as well. Well, the rod's not set up yet, but I'll get that one on in a minute. But firstly, let's get the first bait out. So obviously we've got squid and bluey wraps. We've got loads of peeler crabs, all frozen, all by Wriggler's Baits. If you are going to make an order, don't forget, OnlyFins 10 gets you 10% off on any orders over 30 quid. I mean, you might as well save yourself some money if you're going to buy a big order. Right, then, obviously what else we've got here? We've got some sand eels, and also we've got some Joey mackerel as well. They've just got those in. I think they're on the website now. They have been packing them, as well as fresh sprats, all them kind of baits. So yeah, right, we're going to get a bait on. I think we're going to go for a crab first. Yeah, why not? These are softies. I've got softies and I've got peelers, just for convenience, and it's the first cast. I'm just going to get one of these out. They are vacuum packed, deep frozen, and they are wrapped in cling film as well to protect them from freezer burn, all that kind of malarkey, and stop them going black. Because if you notice, sometimes when you put the crabs in the freezer, they end up going like a black colour and they go all minging after a few months, whereas these here never do. They always stay fresh and clean. Right, very well packed. They take a little while to get out. Right, rubbish in the bin bag. Right, cotton, like I said, size 3, Manta Extra, and all I do with that one is, there's the back of the crab, I just go through the back socket and then out through the other socket, which then gives me plenty of hook point there. Push it up so the back socket just comes out of the hook. These are really good sized crabs, so they work well on a pulley panel. Sometimes if they're a bit smaller, you can snip them down the middle and then stretch it out and like make a longer bait. But with these ones, you don't really need to. Oh, there goes my elastic, snapped already. Timu jobby probably. Right, there we go. Start from the bottom, work your way up. Just whipping away. It's preferable to how much you put on. I don't overshoot it, but because it's quite rough today, I'm going to bind them up really well, just to help the flavour stay in and help the bait stay on in the waves. Will it make a difference? I don't know. We'll soon find out. If I bring you back in about 10 minutes with a cod on, we'll soon know about it. We are fishing low to high water today, which is ideal really. Got here about 5:30, 6, which is just after low water. And then we're going to fish it all the way up to high, which is about 12, well about 11. But we're going to stay till about 12, just an hour over the top. And then we'll be making our way home. So hopefully, we are on a time limit, because obviously I'm not driving today. Good old wife is. So we can't do, oh, this is the last cast. Well, it will actually be the last cast. So yeah, there you go. Nice crab bait there. That's going to go out. Hopefully get us a cod. Obviously, Steve's never had a cod before, so hopefully we can get him something different. Maybe even a smooth hound, something like that. But yeah, there you go. We're going to get after it in a bit. Gosh, right then, people. As I was saying, obviously, as you've seen, crab on the first rod, which went out nicely. It's holding out there as well. I was in two minds whether we were going to be able to fish today or not, but at the end of the day, we're stuck here anyway, so we've got to fish regardless. Right, Crazy Steve's just hit one out. So hopefully it won't be long and we'll get a fish. We have spoken to a few people that were fishing here. They haven't had any luck today. Hopefully the incoming tide and darkness will change that. It's been nice and stirred up out there today, so yeah. Right, next rod, Joey Mackerel, literally tail off. I'm not even going to take the head off actually. I'm going to leave the head on. On the bottom of this pulley panel, I've got a size 3 Manta Extra on the bottom, and then on the top I have got the size 5 circle. Just because you do get some big bass up here, and I know that the smaller hook will hook any fish that tries to attack it, but then obviously if you do get a nice bigger fish and it decides to engulf it, I've got a good chance of getting it in because it'll have the big circle inside it. I mean, that way I'm fishing both then. You know, if a smaller fish tries to take it, it will definitely get stuck on that size 3. Whereas sometimes they won't get stuck on the size 5. Whereas if a big fish tries to take it and engulfs it, it's got to try and get rid of a size 5 circle from, that's a Phoenix circle, that one. So round once, round twice, in the back of the bait. Go through, there we go. Bosh, pull it tight, and there you have it. An absolutely lovely bait, a little small mackerel. I'm gonna hit this one out. That's 2 different tactics, so I just swore at the camera then. Sorry about that, people. But yeah, so hopefully we'll bring you back with a fish in a bit. Right guys, this is Chesil Beach for you. 1 minute is sunny, and the next minute, big storm coming in. Hopefully it's only a shower, it's not meant to rain too long, but you never know it that way. So make sure you bring your beach buddy, because unlike some people down that end of the beach, they're gonna get wet. Right, well, no bites yet guys, but I'm sure when it starts raining, we'll probably get a few rod benders in a bit. I think you can hear it now guys. Whoa, Chesil Beach is kicking off. That poor guy over there is gonna get drenched, bless him. Woohoo! Fishing in a storm, fishing in a storm. Oh, right then people, storm's passed. Took the wind with it. Talking to Steve, just had a massive flat liner. Obviously I'm using circle hooks, so there you go. Bit gutted. Thought it was going to be a cod, I'm not going to lie. But you know, fish is a fish. We haven't blanked. Hopefully Steve can get into one now. We've still got plenty of hours left as well. Just getting into darkness. And obviously the fish have turned up. So there you go. Lovely dogfish. Do you know what I mean? I know a dogfish is a dogfish, but at the end of the day, it saved the blank. And hopefully we'll get into some bigger ones. Or some different species. I mean, the wind has dropped. The watercolour has disappeared as well. It's gone very clear. So, I mean, they have been catching quite a lot of cod up here. So, with any luck, we'll get one out. But all the same, fish on in a bit. Well, fortunately, fish number 2, but it looks like it's going to be one of them kind of nights. Dogfish after dogfish. I'm going to switch over now from using fish baits, just use crab and worm. The guy next to us is really nice. I was chatting to him earlier. He finished his session up and give us a bit of ragworm and a bit of black. So yeah, I'm going to switch over to them baits now and see if we can't get us a different species. A little bit of blood from the hook, but it'll go back nicely. But yeah, that's number 2. Obviously, 2-0 to me. Come on, Steve, get us some fish bite. Well, obviously, we're both using the same tactics and that, so it's only a matter of time before he gets one. I mean, there's plenty out there. We've had 2 now, so usually when there's 2, there's more. But hopefully, it's not dogfish all night, and we can get you something else. But it is what it is, guys. You can only catch what's in front of you. And if that's what it is, that's what it is. Right, anyway, got to get this chat back to fight another day, and hopefully get you a nice cod. Right, in a bit. Right, sorry guys, just thought I'd bring you back. Just finished putting another bait on, just put a crab bait on. But I'll take that back what I just said a minute ago. I've literally just watched that clip back and I thought to myself, someone once said to me, actually in fact it was Andy from Sea Angling Adventures, he goes, I love the way when you catch fish you're really excited about it. It doesn't matter what fish it is. And I always said to myself, I'd never get to a point where I caught a fish and I'll be like, oh, this is a fish, blah, blah, blah. And I just put it back and be like it didn't mean anything. And I thought about it then and I thought, I think I know why. Because before, when I used to go fishing, I never used to go for a certain species. I just used to go fishing. And whatever I caught, and I was happy with. But obviously today, I've come out and I've gone, right, I want a cod. So now, every fish I've caught, I've been like, oh, it's not a cod. So it's sort of like undermined the appreciation of catching something. Because then I think about it, like sometimes I catch fish, you know, and sometimes I don't catch fish, and then when I don't catch fish, I'm like, oh, a bit gutted, you know. And then, so when I do catch dogfish or a couple of fish, at the end of the day, that's what I'm out here to do. I'm out here to catch fish. You know, I'm not out here to like specifically get one fish, but obviously I've seen the pictures on Chesil and that, so I know they're here. So obviously that's what I was expecting. So yeah, I feel like I've underappreciated that fish a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So big up the dogfish, and obviously remember in your own fishing, guys, even though when you like target a certain species or whatever, just remember the fish you do catch along the way, like the dogfish and that, that's quite not really difficult to catch. At the end of the day, you're not blanking, you are catching fish, and yeah, I just need to remind myself of that sometimes, and maybe some of you guys do too. Maybe some of you don't, maybe some of you don't care, but I just thought I'd throw that in. So yeah, just a quick slap on my own wrist really, to just a reminder that we are fishing, and a fish is a fish at the end of the day. You know, you put your effort in, they're eating your bait, so you might as well celebrate all of them. Right, I'm gonna get back, I'm gonna go and send this bait out. I thought I just have to look back on that, and I thought I sound really ungrateful. But yeah, so yeah, big up the dogfish, and bring it back in a bit. Right then, people, here we go, number 3. It's not a fish. Look at the size of that. Lovely spider crab. Literally just hooked into it. My rod was doing this a little bit, pulled into it. Oh, there's a bit of weight there, so obviously I've got Steve to go down just in case it come off at the edge. But yeah, there you go. Nice size spider crab. Obviously they do get a lot bigger than this. This one here is actually, like the claws and that are like really soft, like tinny. So obviously it's just finished peeling and it's just starting to get hard again. So it's just started walking around, but like the whole shell's like really like tinny. Like not hard, like quite kind of soft. But obviously smooth hounds and things like this will be smashing these up tonight. So hopefully with any luck we'll get into a smooth hound. But I thought they'd all have gone hard by now, but clearly not. But there you go. We don't just catch fish on this channel, catch big giant crabs and all. Right, we'll get this one back. Big ups to crab. We've got to appreciate everything we catch now. In a bit. Bosh, right then people. Well, it's been a bit of a mad night to be fair. Obviously weather, all that kind of stuff. Obviously we've had a couple of fish. We're on the last cast now. We just had a right kerfuffle. Steve's had both his rods tangled up, so I've gone over to help him. Come back, my ratchet went. Literally picked my rod up, it's gone underneath my other rod. Fish isn't on there, but it's tangled both the rods up. So we've both just been untangling both rods, so we're fishing one rod each now. Last cast. Nothing mega tonight, but obviously we have had the dogfish, we've had a crab, you know, Steve's nearly had a seagull. Obviously I have one tonight. Redemption, because Steve did smash me last time down on Timoth. But yeah, other than that guys, it's been a really good night. Thanks for watching. Only a short one this time, but obviously winter's coming now. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but obviously there's a lot of steam, and that is definitely getting down to the singles. It will be soon anyway. And obviously holiday season's over now, so I only really fish Chesil Beach in the winter when there's not too many anglers on here. So hopefully we will be back and we will get you a cod at some point this year. But until then, from me and Steve on the beach, if I don't see you before, I'll see you after, and if not, I'll see you on the bank in a bit.